Hello everyone. In this lecture video, I'll be deriving an expression for peak overshoot. First of all, let's understand what do we mean by peak overshoot. Moving on to the derivation, I need to explain what do we mean by peak overshoot first. So let us define peak overshoot first. It is denoted by the letter MP and it can also called as maximum overshoot. It is defined as the deviation of the response at peak time from the final value of the response. I'll be showing you a graph from which you can able to explain the peak overshoot easily. It can also called maximum overshoot as I told earlier. So it can also defined as the ratio of maximum peak value to the final value, where the maximum peak value is measured from the final value. So these are the basic information about peak overshoot. I'm going to show a graph. From that graph, you can able to identify where is peak overshoot very clearly. Let's consider the response curve. Okay, this is the step response of second order underdamped system. The maximum overshoot or peak overshoot we can able to define with the help of a simple equation. MP, that is denoted by peak overshoot. C of TP. Where is TP? So you can able to see this is TP. So where is C of TP? This particular term is called a C of TP. That means peak value of the response, C of TP. C of TP minus C of infinity divided by C of infinity. Okay. Anyway, you know what is C of T. If you put the value of T is equal to infinity, I'll be getting C of infinity. If you take the ratio C of TP minus C of infinity divided by C of infinity, surely I'm getting MP. If you wanted to express MP in percentage, you need to multiply the same expression with the 100. Then I'll be getting MP in percentage. Usually, we are expressing the peak overshoot in terms of percentage. That is why I have shown you another expression here. Actually, if the system is performing good, its peak overshoot should be as minimum as possible, as low as possible. All right. So this is the equation which will help you for deriving the expression for peak overshoot. This expression is required. So please keep this equation in your mind. And you can able to identify where is peak overshoot. This is your exactly peak overshoot. So in this particular area or in this particular length, you can able to measure the peak overshoot. Okay. So how do you calculate peak overshoot with the help of a simple expression that I am going to show you? The same expression will be derived from my side. So this is your final expression for peak overshoot. This I have to derive in this session. So MP is given by e to the power minus zeta pi divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square. If you want, you can express the same expression in percentage by multiplying 100. Then I'll be getting the peak overshoot in terms of percentage. I'm going to derive the expression right now. You can able to bring one pen and paper so that you can able to note down. Okay, sequentially I have explained the steps. Now let's derive an expression for peak overshoot. It is denoted by MP. It can also called as maximum overshoot. First of all, let us recall the general expression for peak overshoot, which is expressed in terms of percentage. So this is the general expression for peak overshoot. Let me read out percentage MP, that is equal to C of TP minus C of infinity upon C of infinity into 100, where C of TP is the peak response when T is equal to TP, where TP is known as peak time. We have already derived an expression for TP, that means pi divided by omega D. C of infinity is the final steady state value. So these two parameters you have to remember. And also you know that the general expression for unit step response of second order underdamped system, that is given by C of t is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus zeta omega n t divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square into sine omega d t plus theta. You have already familiar this expression in the previous sessions. First of all, what you have to do is I need to compute the value of C of infinity. Okay, C of infinity have to be computed. So what you can do? Let us put t is equal to infinity here. Then C of t is becoming C of infinity. So that is the ultimate goal. See, C of t is equal to C of infinity. Whenever t is equal to infinity, surely C of t becomes C of infinity. Okay, it becomes C of infinity. So what you can do, wherever you can able to see t, please do substitute infinity. Here I am going to substitute accordingly. Here what you can do, minus zeta omega and t. The whole thing that is becoming e to the power minus infinity. Here, sine omega d, this will be infinity only, infinity plus theta. So we have already studied the expression that is e to the power minus infinity, that is always 0. This expression you have already learned. So what you can do, here you can able to put entire thing is equal to 0. E of minus infinity. Anyway, zeta will be there, omega and also there, no issues. But entire term is becoming e to the power minus infinity. As you know that e to the power minus infinity should be 0. Okay, that is a standard expression. We can able to derive the expression also. In mathematics, we have already studied e to the power minus infinity is equal to 0. Now, if e to the power minus infinity that is equal to 0, what is the impact? The entire term that is becoming 0 except the first term. The first term only will be remaining. So C of t that is equal to C of infinity is equal to 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 is nothing but 1. So I am going to call this expression as first one. That is C of infinity that is equal to 1. Please call this equation as first equation. This is very important. So let us recall this expression at the end. Time being, let it be 1. Hope you are following this expression, and please make this expression separately so that it is required at the end. Now let us need C of Tp we have to compute. C of infinity that is equal to 1. Next we have to compute C of Tp. As you know that C of t is equal to, what is expression of C of t? This is your expression for C of t. So instead of t, you need to substitute Tp. So C of Tp is becoming C of Tp is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus zeta omega and Tp divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square into sine omega d into Tp plus theta. You can call this expression as second expression. In the last session, you have derived an expression for peak time. What is the expression for peak time? Pi by omega d. And also you can elaborate the same expression with the help of natural frequency, relation between damped frequency of oscillation and natural frequency of oscillation. Pi divided by omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. You can call this expression as third expression. Okay, so what you can do, instead of Tp here, you can put pi divided by omega into square root of 1 minus zeta square. And also instead of Tp here, you can put pi by omega d. Substitute equation 3 into 2. Okay, let us remodify equation number 2 in terms of 3. Now substitute equation 3 into 2. So what will happen? So instead of Tp, you have to substitute the following expression. So when I am going to substitute the same expression, the impact, what will happen? Here, omega 1 minus e to the power minus zeta omega n into pi divided by omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square upon square root of 1 minus zeta square into sine omega d into pi by omega d plus theta. So what will happen? Omega d and omega d get cancelled. Same thing I have shown you for the convenience. And also we can say that here also omega n will be getting cancelled. So please rewrite what are the terms which are retaining after the cancellation. For the simplification, I can modify C of Tp is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus zeta pi divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square into sine pi plus theta. So this is the final expression after simplification. So in trigonometry, you must have familiar. What is sine 180 or sine pi plus theta? If you do not know the standard expression, you can elaborate like sine pi cos theta plus cos pi sine theta. Okay, if you elaborate, definitely you will be getting the answer. So sine pi plus theta that is equal to minus sine theta. If you cannot able to explain on spot, you can remember this. It may be helpful for you. Similarly, you can remember cos pi plus theta. Okay, in trigonometry, you must have familiar. Now, the same expression can be substituted over here. Instead of sine pi plus theta, what you will write? Minus sine theta can be written over here. So 1 minus e to the power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square whole divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square into minus sine theta. There is minus 1 minus here and another minus is over here. So minus and minus will be getting cancelled. So it becomes plus. Okay. Hope you are following this expression. And please follow up. the final expression of C of Tp is becoming 1 plus e to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square whole divided by square root of 1 minus eta square into sine theta. You can call this expression as equation number 4. There is no mandatory that you have to call 3, 4, 5 equation. There is no mandatory, but this is for your convenience. It will be helpful for easiness of simplification. Next, what you can do is, again, I can simplify equation number 4. For that purpose, you have to consider the right angle triangle, which you are already familiar in the previous sessions. So if you consider the right angle triangle, this will be 90 degree, right? Okay. Now, sine theta can be computed from the right angle triangle. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Square root of 1 minus eta square by 1. That is nothing but square root of 1 minus eta square. Now, what you can do, the equation 5 can be substituted in equation number 4. Okay, so instead of sine theta, you have to substitute square root of 1 minus eta square. So let me rewrite. So let me simplify further. See, I'm going to simplify. So 1 plus e to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square whole divided by square root of 1 minus eta square into square root of 1 minus eta square. So you can able to cancel now similar term at numerator and denominator. Obviously, I can cancel with a simple manner. What are the terms which are remaining? What are the terms which are retaining? C of Tp, that is equal to 1 plus e to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square. So you may call this expression as equation number 6. We need two expressions at the end. What are the expressions which are required? We require two expressions. The first expression is C of infinity, that is equal to 1. That is required, number 1. Second expression which is required is the latest expression we have made, that is equation number 6, C of Tp. If you know the value of C of infinity and C of Tp, 90% of the job is done. Therefore, general expression for peak overshoot, that is given by C of Tp minus C of infinity divided by C of infinity. If you want, you can express in terms of percentage by multiplying 100. Okay, do one thing, substitute the value of C of Tp here, C of infinity you can substitute here, and C of infinity you can substitute in the denominator. Anyway, C of infinity will be equal to 1. No, there is no issues. Now, after substituting, let us understand 1 plus e to the power minus eta pi divided by square root of 1 minus eta, e to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square minus 1 divided by 1. Okay, now what is the further simplification? Minus 1 is available here, 1 is available here. Minus 1 and 1 get cancelled. What are the terms which are retaining? E to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square. If you want, you can express in terms of percentage by multiplying by 100. Hope it is very clear. Okay, now 1 and 1 get cancelled. Let us rewrite the final expression. Therefore, peak overshoot or percentage overshoot or maximum overshoot, which can be expressed in terms of percentage as percentage of MP, that is equal to e to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square into 100. This is one of the very important expression, especially whenever you are designing a system or whenever you are understanding the stability, this expression can be considered. Okay, so this is the final expression for peak overshoot, or we can call maximum overshoot, where zeta is the damping ratio. Here, let us make a conclusion. Initially, we have explained what do we mean by peak overshoot and its importance. Later on, I have derived an expression for percentage MP by following the steps. Number 1, I have written the general expression of C of T. Thereafter, I computed C of infinity. Later, I have computed C of Tp. So, percentage of MP, what is the general expression? C of Tp minus C of infinity divided by C of infinity into 100 for expressing in percentage. So after simplification, I am getting the final expression as percentage of MP is equal to e to the power minus eta pi by square root of 1 minus eta square into 100. Okay, I hope the session is useful. If you are having any questions, you can put up in the comment box. Surely I will revert. Finally, thank you for watching this video.